What's good? It's Jordan. Today I'll be talking to you about destroying the superiority complex. So in this life, today, we have to understand that everyone that we deal with may not abide by the same laws, statutes, and commandments. They may not abide by the same moral codes and ethics that we may abide by. And we have to understand that this plays in a role with how we develop as people. This plays in a role as how we deal with people. And we have to also understand that everyone wasn't raised and brought up the same. When you're not raised and brought up the same as other people, the way of your living may not be the same way that someone else may live. People may not understand how you live. People may not understand your perception and perspective of the world. People may not understand you, and you may not understand other people in the way that they live. But it's best that we understand and focus on our development and focus on how we deal with people in this life, in this world. Many times with media platforms and publications, we're often not looking into the realness of how these media platforms and publications play on people's lives. The media can place an image where people may feel superior to other people, especially different groups and different demographics in this life. And people may hold on to those views and those ideologies and feel like they're better than you based upon their race, based upon their background, based upon the people that they may have been around throughout their life. Especially in this society, in this modern society today, we have to understand that God is our keeper. God knows all these things are happening. God knows that all these things are affecting us. And when we have God on our side, we should not care about people who try to destroy us based upon our class, based upon our race, based upon the demographic that we may come from. I saw many times in this life where people may have saw an image on social media and they may bring it into their own personal world dealing with other people, and they may feel superior to others based upon seeing that their race and their demographic may be in the quote-unquote upper echelon positions in society. And with these media portrayals, it may make you feel like you're less than if you're from a different group or a different race. And I'm here to tell you today that you aren't less than. People who only try to abide by the superiority complex or superiority, so to speak, they have internal issues that they haven't worked on, and they feel like if they aren't able to work on their internal issues, or they may not want to work on their internal issues, that it's best that they impose laws and they impose observations onto other people to make them feel less than. Someone who is confident in themselves, someone who is a person that is a follower of God, someone who is understanding of who God is, does not need to impose laws on other people, does not need to impose superiority over other people, does not need to show dominance over other people. It speaks for itself. A leader does not have to tell you he or she is a leader. A leader does not have to tell you all these things that you may cling on to in order to see them as a dominant person. A leader will just live their life and their actions will speak for itself. Many times with false leadership, there are people who have to show that they're leaders and they're not leaders. They're overcompensating for something that is going on in their personal lives that they're not able to work past. And when you're dealing with these people, they may try to impose laws onto you to make you feel like you're a smaller individual. And sometimes jealousy comes into place where people may see you doing the right thing. People may see you hold to a moral and ethic code. People may see that you are a follower of God and walking in the righteous path, and they may try to destroy you because they are not able to live that life. They are not able to make the change in their own life. They're not able to do the things that you're able to do. And most times We just got to take it with a grain of salt and move on and move ahead, and know that these people lack things in their own life that they're not able to work through. And don't let nobody impose laws on you that they don't even have in their own lives, and the things that they can't even work on in their own lives. It's contradictory. If you're not working on anything in your own life, don't impose anything on other people. Focus on your own life, focus on what you're able to do in your own life, and stop focusing on other people. The best thing that we can do is when we know we're in a conflicted state where we're confused, we don't know what to do, we don't know how to move forward, we don't know how to move on, is to just separate yourself and work on yourself. Smaller things count in this life. Many times we all want to just look at the bigger picture and just bypass the smaller things. And then when we deal with other people who have worked on themselves, who have worked on things that they weren't able to beat in the past, we may feel insecure, jealous, envious of those people when we can work on ourselves as well. But you have to have the strength in your own life to know what's important to you and what you need to get done and how you can get it done, instead of just looking at other people. And with media platforms and publications, it distracts us from really focusing on what we need to work on and focusing on our own life. It's good to take inspiration from other people, learn from other people. And when I mean take inspiration, I mean just learning from other people, looking at other people's actions in order for you to really change your actions, looking at how other people deal with conflicts, looking at how other people really change their life for the better, and just apply it to your own life. But many times people may look at the negative aspects of social media, not the positive aspects, which can really help you in your own personal life. So know and understand that in this life, we'll come across various different peoples who have various different mentalities and various different ideologies. And some may try to impose those ideologies and make you feel less than, because they may see themselves as more superior to you. But really and truly, those people who may act and look like they're more superior to you are very much insecure. They're very much battling their own internal negative things that they cannot get over. And instead of them really focusing on those things, they try to put that negative energy on you. But what I say is always stand up for yourself, stand strong, stand firm, and know that God is with you, and know that you're not supposed to be taking disrespect from people in this life who have their own flaws and their own ideologies that they can't work past and get over. And instead of them working on it, they try to take it out on you. No, in this life, know that your life is important, because if we suppress ourselves and we don't stand up for ourselves, then we start to internalize self-hatred for ourselves, and we start to impose those self-hatred beliefs onto other people who may not have those self-hatred beliefs. Now, when we start to spew those things, many people gravitate to the negative ideologies instead of the positive ideology. Then we look towards those people as saviors. We look towards those people as people who can help us fix our problems in our own personal lives. But in reality, those are the people who have not worked on themselves, who have not changed their mentalities, who have just walked this life in a wicked mentality. And we're looking towards evildoers for protection, for strength, for guidance, when we should only be looking to God in this life today. So understand that you have the ability to break free from the chains that may stop you in this life from really walking in the righteous path, in the righteous direction. And never underestimate yourself. You have the power to be strong in your own personal life. So today, I'll be reading the scriptures to you, and I hope that these scriptures can help you in your own personal life. Proverbs 29:23. One's pride will bring him low, but he who is lowly in spirit will obtain honor. Isaiah 13:11. I will punish the world for its evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. I will put on end to the pomp of the arrogant, and lay low the pompous pride of the ruthless. So I hope today in your own life that you understand that this superiority complex that people may have is not a mentality that helps you move on, move forward, and move ahead. Really and truly, it's an insecure mentality, and a mentality that you constantly have to overcompensate for to make people feel like you are dominant, make people feel like you control your environment when you probably really don't. And understand that if people do this to you, know that they have things that they're battling, things that they can't get over, and they see themselves as weak in comparison to you, but just act like they're strong. And no one understand that if you do these things, that if you continue to do these things in your own personal life, you will not get far. You will not make the change in your own life. And essentially, your life will be filled with misery. So the choice is yours in this life today, but understand where these mindsets stem from and understand how you can break through these barriers in your own mind and in your world that you may perceive as reality to you today. So I want to thank you for watching. Peace.